Cock and ball torture. That's what I need. It's really what I need right now.
This is the most unofficial official Bonk cast you've ever seen.
Honestly, bro, it's not because we're dumbass. We forgot to do like all the emoji shit, bro. Not on God, bro. Like no way.
Wait, we forgot.
Huh?
We forgot.
I forgot like to do some of the motion shit because I forgot to get like the logo. But
Yo, are we gonna interact with chat or are we gonna like not?
Man, guys, we're not officially starting the Bonk cast until like give it like a couple minutes. Give it like 1 or 2 minutes. All right, it's a scuff cast. You might as well put scuff. All right, look, guys, hold on.
Wait, I'll change the title.
I'll change title for you.
Make the title Bonkcast Episode 1.
Oh, I can't. I don't have mod. Yo, this is completely.
You don't have mod? Who didn't give you mod?
This guy's doing good. This is what are you talking about? Okay.
There you go.
Look.
You're modded.
Super scuffed, boys.
God, this is the best Bonk bro. Bonk is insane. Let's go. Scuffed.
This
Bonk
is scuffed. Yo, we got 11 viewers up in
my
here.
Oh my God, y'all like what the fuck is going on?
This is so scuffed.
Bro.
Yo, while you guys are
so
viewing the
scuffed.
stream, make sure you go subscribe to Bot and watch his latest.
What is this?
Do it.
Y'all
I
ugly.
can
I'm there in here.
Shut the fuck. Alright. Okay, might as well.
Okay, but we should start now.
Alright, Rich, you wanna
Yeah.
bring it up?
Okay. So, let's go with something a little bit more light. Later we'll get into some more heavy stuff. But right now, let's talk about like content creation, how your process, your thought process through everything. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Alright, anyways, let me paraphrase it because wait, Rift, are we gonna do that one topic? You know what I'm saying? Okay, for real done. So obviously the topics we're gonna cover this in the cast overall. We're gonna talk about like streamers and like content creators. Just try to give you an idea of like our process, like what we do in order to interact with the viewers, like what really makes us motivated to kind of go off and innovate ourselves, not just as a creator but as a person. So the first thing off the bat, Krozah, shut up before I eat your. I mean, what? We're gonna talk about mental health. So, personally, for me, mental health has always been a very big thing to me, especially for content creating. Because a lot of people don't really understand that the thing about creating stuff is you're using a lot of your creativity and a lot of your drive in order to pursue and create the best possible content. And there's a lot of factors that kind of get into like leading into very stressed out moments in your creating ability. There's also things that are like creative blocks that kind of fuck you up. To me, I feel like that should be discussed a lot more because a lot of people, as I said, they don't really look at content creation as something serious. That's just me. I'll get into it more, but thoughts on that because we were here eating ass. That's all I gotta say. But what I'm saying?
Gotta get all the boys eating.
We all eating right now, bro. We all eating. You feel me?
I do think that like for you and like Bot, especially you two, I feel like you're very underrated. I know I say this a lot, but you guys are like super underrated in the amount of time that you guys put into videos. Like Bot literally spent like over a month on his newest video, and like that man deserves so much more. So does Shake. Everybody in here deserves more. You know what I mean? But like I feel like if you don't, I feel like there's more than just like editing and stuff, and just making content. Because like you got to make connections, you got to do a lot of things just to get your name out there. Things that you don't want to do sometimes. I mean, they're not bad, but like if you're shy, it's really hard.
Hell yeah.
So
I guess like as far as personality goes, is like when people really still don't understand this, which is why I'm telling them like quantity based uploading. It's so stressful. Like it's gonna fuck you up in the head. Like it's not something you should really get into unless you're like 10K. It's because like when YouTube used to be a game of like, oh, this video is great, I'm a sub now. It's more like who has the better connections. Because Bot over here has like connections with like a lot of bigger YouTubers and he doesn't even need to upload that frequently to actually pop off. He can just make like one good video after like 2 months, and then his connections kind of get him there. It's just that marketing is such a big factor as to whether or not you're gonna really take off on this platform. And it's kind of like, what's up, Dopz? Where should we start?
Dopz.
Yeah.
Fuck stupid ass internet.
Yeah, but it's just TikTok is one of those platforms because I mean you obviously see Stratus. Like Stratus is just he's just eating some
Stratus
ass
is
and
going
all
crazy on
roasting
there.
kids on Omegle. It's ridiculous. The dude's going off. Straxy has like over 100K on a TikTok video and it got him like almost 3K subs.
Yo,
It's just-
Panda went crazy on
Panda on
there.
the other hand, the casuals don't even upload, and I love Healers and Lummy, but they barely upload. They're really doing a lot with North, and that's also like a big thing because that's their networking platform, and they're utilizing very well and growing us as along with it. But I mean, you see Panda, he has like 2 uploads and he has like 20K on YouTube just because of TikTok,
For sure.
and that's something that you need to look at as being a creator. That like posting 4 videos in a week, it's not going to get you anywhere if you're not really known, and that's kind of the sad thing about it. You have to be known in some case.
Yeah, 2020 YouTube is completely different from like 2016.
Yeah.
2016, if you uploaded every day, you'd definitely get somewhere, even if it was like bad content. But like now, you do that, it's definitely not working.
Restate the topic. I had to go to the bathroom.
The topic is kind of like talking about content creators, so like the factors and like a bunch of like subtopics under it. So like, I mean, what is your thought on a content creator? That's really it, man. Like that's all.
I think originality and like being unique, you know, all those factors. You know, acting how you normally would act without being offensive.
Oh yeah, maintaining your personality is important. Like it's
Yeah.
Just gotta be you.
Maintaining a positive mindset is actually super important. I mean, always, because like
Yeah, hell yeah.
the power of attraction is just like super important. Like if you're not like putting out positive vibes, you're not gonna get positive vibes back.
Yeah. And also one of the key things, always try to get better. You know,
Oh yeah.
look at your stats, or maybe just look at your video and see what you could have done better or what you should
hell
change.
yeah.
Exactly.
I be looking at my videos sometimes when they're finished and like, yo, this part, like 1 second of it, it will be like really inconsistent. I'm like, yo, this ruined the whole video. Like that's annoying to me, because I'm not a perfectionist whatsoever, but I do want to get the job done, and at least like do the best. So when I look at like a video and it's like that 1 second is off, but like 1 frame is off, I'll notice it because I edited the video, and I'll be like, bro, I hope no one's seen that, because that might have messed up my whole entire thing. And it's like whenever you make a different video, you're gonna expect for it to like flop. And I mean, look at Rift, like he's doing videos, and he's coming back from that. Like Amigo videos are really taking him off and shit like that.
Yes, sir.
With my latest video, I tried out like a
really,
new
but kinda, I
format.
guess. Okay, yeah.
Okay, go on. What?
With my latest video, I tried like a new sort of thumbnail thing, you know, and the impression click rate has gone up a lot. There's currently a 33.7% click rate, but it's the first day, so like, you know, that could be like
You can
bumped.
always change.
Yeah, first day stats are always scuff.
Honestly though, like I'm not really a content creator, but I'm a content consumer, and I don't find myself like straying out of my regular like people that I watch. So
Oh, hell.
I can imagine how difficult it would be for like a
Yeah,
content
yeah.
creator to emerge to
Oh,
an
yeah.
audience.
Yeah, cause like if I'm like, you know, editing a video and stuff and then I publish it, I'm not like there laughing, but like I try to like see or how I was acting in that moment, or if it was funny, and if I think other people laugh, and like, you know, take out some stuff that I feel like wouldn't be funny or good. So yeah.
Lately in my videos, of my Amigo videos, I watch them back. I'm just like cutting them up, and I literally just sit there laughing without like editing them. That's like the best feeling. Like that's how you know it's good content. Like when you just sit there and you laugh without like even having it edited and everything. Like it's just really good raw content.
I remember Tory said something. Like I mean, Tory, you want to reinstate like what you said on Twitter, because like it's actually agreeable. Like I guess this can go into like the over editing portion of like reading stuff. Like I mean,
and that
I think we have a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, no, and that can like really easily be taken the wrong way, because there are people like you in a way, bot kinda like y'all have this style that just works for you, but someone like me like my content is like more like me focused and like whoever I'm in the video with. So I'm not gonna like try and have my editing carry me, because that one, I'm not like that good of an editor and I don't have the ability to do all those things, so I have to find something else that works for me. But there are people like you, there's people like Bot, there's people like Caleb that's your style, and like the quote unquote meme editors that like that's literally what they do. They quote unquote over edit, but like if you look at it, it's not really over editing, it's them making the video. But if you're someone like me, or if you're someone like, just say like Rockamoose, who does like borderline cutcom videos, but they do like 700 things and put in that shit on stuff for no reason, like blur mo colors on like stuff that has no business being on it. There's no reason for it, you know?
Yeah.
And people a lot of the time mistake that for like a good video, but if you look at the content, it's just like smoke and mirrors. It's like, it's not really like a good video. It's just like a whole bunch of editing and you don't really know what's going on, but it looks good to like like all of us, we can sit here and we can watch a video and we could probably pick it apart piece by piece. Like I know like you, Bot, and Riff for sure can probably look at a video and tell exactly what effect is being used, as to where someone who's just like a normal person will watch the video and just think it's something normal.
Oh, for
You know what I
sure,
mean?
for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
After
I got away with
Yeah.
that.
when I've been learning, I just like watch a
Yeah.
video and it's just like I just pinpoint every little thing that's going on.
That's a weird thing. Riff, like, all he does is when he just gets like a random like an edit. He didn't even do it. He puts an iCarly song on top of it, and but he still knows what's going on. So
Right.
that's how, like, when I'm looking at his videos and he's always like he's asking us like what to do with it. I'm just like, Riff, like, honestly, Riff, you can make like a good video with good editing. You can literally do that because you know what the fuck like me and Bot do. You just don't do it because I guess with your personality, as far as that goes, and going over what Bot said, how if you just showcase your personality and your talent, and also how you don't need to over edit it, like how Tory says, you can be a top tier YouTuber. Like as it is, you are.
What I'm trying to do is basically like show my personality more. So then like the editing process is actually like a lot less. I feel like, because like I said before, like if the raw content is good, then like the video is just gonna be good, like no matter not no matter what, it still needs some editing. Who was that?
Vita.
I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like another thing I would
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
This is the most
He's
scuffed.
leaving and joining. What the fuck?
Another thing I was saying was like people don't like Rift, you said it without saying it earlier, but like basically what you, and I'm sure you already know this, but like what you basically said was like the flow of a video, or no, that was Bot, or whatever. You were you were talking about like how like some stuff just doesn't fit in the video and it doesn't need to be there. And I feel like there's a lot of content creators that just don't understand that. They think that like if you record 35 minutes of footage, it's like, okay, I need to make this video 10 minutes. And then they just chop it up and have it in order, like chronologically, and don't really do anything to mess with the order of things, or like they don't stack like some of the jokes in the beginning or in the middle or in the end, or they don't like evenly put them out in the video. They don't really understand. And that's why, like, that's what I mean when I say like the flow of the video was terrible, or like it didn't have like a direction. Like for me, whenever I'm making my videos, I go in and I don't think I've had a time where I've gone into a video besides maybe like my last one whenever I was just playing Minecraft. Actually, no, I didn't even have an idea for that. Like I go into my videos and I literally just hit record and just like whatever happens. And I feel like a lot of people are like that, but the difference is whenever I go into editing, I pick out the pieces that I want and make it make sense in a way that it's presentable to people and it has a direction as to where it's going. Like
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand that if actually, let me put it like this. If you're editing a video and if you can't justifiably defend why a clip is there or why a piece of the video is there, it doesn't need to be in the video, in my opinion. Like everything has to have a reason for why it's there. And it may sound like really serious, and it is in a way, but then again it isn't, because then again like a lot of our videos are jokes, obviously. But
for sure.
if you you can't like have a joke going. Like say you have a running joke throughout the whole video, or like you're doing something the whole video. You can't have that running joke and then you just have something randomly disrupted. It all needs to make sense and it all needs to like have a direction to where it's going in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Well, that's actually true though. Because I mean, what you said, I basically did that. What fucking Fortnite video was it? It was like my third one. Rip. It was like after the Amity, after I lost the Amity RC to like the homie. I was so like lost in it, like infuriated with the content to the point where I'm like, maybe my editing's not good enough. So I swear, there'll be parts of the video that wouldn't even make any. What the? Oh, okay. There'll be
I don't know.
someone would be during the whole entire video. There would be like one part of me just like saying, "Do you eat ass?" and it would transition to a kill cinematic. But I would transition it in a way with like my editing, like I guess like what I know with editing. I just transitioned it in the way that I could with that, but it didn't make any sense. It just like flowed terribly. And I guess like over the course of like the upcoming months and weeks, I was like, holy shit, these videos are ass. Like the editing's down, but where the fuck is the content? Give me a second, my dog. I'm about to eat my dog. Hold up. Okay, anyway.
What?
But yeah, like just in general, it takes time. And when Tory said that a lot of content creators don't understand that, it's fact. They lack a lot of personality in their video, and it just kind of disrupts it and kills the whole.
Try being you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're a really weird person, then just be weird. Like I know I can act super weird, but like
you know, secrecy can't really get away with that. But but that's secrecy that we love it.
People try to act way too cool in their videos, and it comes off as ingenuine or just not funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shoot.
I'm sorry.
What Tory was saying, I feel like a lot of people will like force content, and it's just like it's very obvious that you're forcing it. And I think especially like when you meet other content creators, you can easily tell. You can easily tell if something's being forced or not. Like it's very easy, and I feel like that people shouldn't expect that like, oh, I need to get like this is more for like scheduled topics now. But like I think people I feel like people want to upload as frequently as possible when like I think all of us agree on this too, that everyone in here prefers quality over quantity, and I think that's very, very important. Like if you don't have content, don't post. Like if you're gonna make like a full-on shit video, then I would rather you wait like another 2 weeks to get content or something like that.
Yeah, just
something.
Always take your time on
For
things.
sure. I think it's really like I think there's like a gray area for that, because like it's really good to have really good quality and everything, but at the same time to keep consistency is super important in like the whole YouTube side of things, because like if you don't keep consistency, then like how Shake uploads, it's completely fine because people are it's like if iDubbbz, when iDubbbz used to post, not anymore, people aren't too excited. but when he used to post, people, like, especially like a content cop, people would be so hyped that it would be worth the wait. But like, with people, I guess like my videos, I just do them weekly, and I just keep them consistently weekly. In my last video, honestly, I put the like least amount of time editing that. I don't know if it came out better than other videos or not. But like, it was really rushed, to be honest. There's some parts where I forgot some things, but I just had to put it out because like I know that I gotta keep consistency, and if I don't, then I'll just fall off the the grind.
Oh yeah. Alright.
I don't know, like as a content creator, I feel like a lot of people expect you to put something out, and like as like a consumer, I kind of expect people to put things out. Like I understand when people don't put things out.
Right.
It's like I don't want to sit there and watch a 10-minute video that's like under edited and just not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about under editing. Talking about because now we're going over the basis of overproduction. I mean, what do you like for under editing? There's be times where you know how you're talking about like Rift, you know how you're always talking about like if a clip is funny, you don't really gotta like edit it at all, and it makes sense. It's really based around style. Like Bot can have two kids fighting, and especially with you, Dopz, with your video, there's like this little kid like, yeah, stop overediting. You know, that video was fucking funny. But then, like, it wasn't under-edited, nor was it over-edited. It was just kept right. But you can also, for those kind of clips that are extremely funny, you can even multiply the way it is by editing it.
Yeah.
Not excessively, but like in a very healthy manner. A lot of, like, if you think about it, like, editing is really, like, the spicier food. If anything is good in the clip as it is, then editing will just multiply that whole entire thing by 10 times or at least 5 times. And
I'm sorry to cut you off, but like in that like same vein, you kind of have to be careful with that, because the same way it can add to a clip, you can also just like decrease the overall quality of it by overdoing it or like pushing it too hard. You know what I mean? There can be something that's just organically funny, and if you put 7,000 effects on it, then it's just gonna
like, ruin the clip.
It's just like, why is it like this? You know, like, it doesn't have to be. Basically, just do enough to cover your blind spots. Basically, if a clip is dead, but it makes sense to like the quote unquote narrative of the video, then leave it in, but do what you can do to like spruce it up to make it fit everything else. It's just like you have to pick and choose when you're thinking. You have to be dynamic throughout the whole thing. So you can't just have like super edited clips, but like you just have a whole bunch of mid, you know, like just all throughout it. You have to like make everything match the same like tempo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, all I really do with like mid clips, like clips that aren't like extremely funny, but like they're good enough to be in the video. I just put S shake and blur mode curve on them. That's it. And HSL. That's all I do. That's literally all I do.
It can be as simple as that for like a clip that's not too good. With a couple subtitles.
It's kind of like
spice it up.
You don't want to like over salt your food, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to eat your food with no salt on it at all.
Of course.
You know. So like that's just kind of how it is. Like,
you just have to.
Just gotta get it right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I learned lately. Well, not lately, but like a few months ago, that like obviously your video kind of like tells a story, I guess, in a way. Yeah. So you gotta kind of like just make it like a movie. Just kind of like.
Yep.
It has to have context. Everything has to have context. If not, then it makes sense to you, but nobody else. Because I used to like make funny moments and stuff, and like they just didn't make sense to other people. I had to I just had to notice that and learn.
And I feel like the people that know how to do that stuff are the people that were making those funny moments. Like for me personally, I was making like funny moments in vlogs. So especially in vlogs, and especially if you're doing with like people that aren't in the community, like you have a lot of friends that people just won't understand without context. But you have to like say you're recording with your friends and they say an inside joke, laughing. You're laughing for like 2 minutes, but people don't understand why it's funny, so it just seems out of place.
Yeah,
you have to make it make sense. You know what I mean?
And
so,
like some YouTubers, they've like put context into like an inside joke that people do sometimes. I've seen it like quite a lot recently.
Actually though, Lummy's last video was this is a really good example for what we're talking about right now. Like how he structured everything. It was perfect.
He provided a lot of context. Like he did a commentary. He didn't even show like the things that happened prior to those events. He just added a cinematic and then even did like a pause screen and just did like an informative. Wow, I can't talk. Part of the video to like kind of get the video rolling. So like it didn't lose any kind of like value to it. It just skipped over like the more boring parts. And he made it in a really interesting way, I guess.
Exactly.
That's why content is so important, because if he didn't do it, the effects would have been cool and like really clean. But then we'll be like, why the fuck did he make this whole entire railroad and like what is this connected to? It wouldn't have shown that part. But he did it like a really healthy way.
For
I
sure.
feel like the same principle carries over to like graphic design, and I'm sure Vita could vouch for me on this. But like you could make something and it has like meaning behind it to you, but like if I showed it to somebody else, it wouldn't make any sense. So
like small little details.
Yeah, or just like the artwork as a whole, because like I do a lot of abstract, so you know like it has a meaning to me, but to like Shake, it just looks like a fucking circle.
Yeah, and like triangles everywhere, and like it has like no like, sentimental.
Your banner's my header right now, dude. What? I love it. I love it so much. I don't know why I like it so much.
It's clean.
As
Dude, that thing is so bad.
I liked it though. Like to you, it looked like ass, but to me, ooh.
Yeah, wait, your header, right?
I'm using Caleb as my AVI. no cap. I lost like
a handsome man.
I lost 7 or 8 followers yesterday when I put that on. I swear. Bro,
But Caleb is a handsome man. I don't get it. Confusing.
Like,
Bro.
Look at argument. Hi, Azert. I'm just saying hi on stream. Go sub to Rift. Someone saying sub to Rift. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so like, I'm gonna get into this one. Let me just close my door and like talk. Alright. Okay.
You guys hear this?
Right. As far as like making videos go, and say you have like a really popping video, like this shit's crazy. I had this after one of my videos. I remember the banana video, right? Where the banana was doing like a pain.
Oh yeah. That was so funny.
After that, I had a creative job for like 2 or 3 more videos, and it took me a while to kind of like overcome like getting over that shit. Like it was so hard for me because when I use like a certain effect, I want to like try to either build upon it and develop a new technique, or I'll use that same technique, but it won't have the same impact to me or the video because I just don't know like how to kind of improve on it at that point. Like creator jobs are so annoying because
honestly,
that's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah,
creative block is literally the worst because like you have an idea and you want to put it in place, but you just
don't know
how
how
to achieve it.
Yeah.
It's the worst,
And
even
it's
for like
just,
design.
It's frustrating and it's demotivating and it makes you want to like stop.
Especially for design, because
that
sucks.
Yeah,
even
like,
when I'm
I went
making a
through it
thumbnail.
recently and I just kind of like I made a bunch of stuff, but it wasn't to like a degree that I liked.
Yeah.
And it wasn't to like it just wasn't good and it wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I just kind of like contemplated quitting.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's why it's important to create a lot of different series on your channel. Like they don't have to be like serious like series or anything, just something that you can like stick to for like a long time and people will watch. Like, so right now I'm just kind of like doing Omegle only because I don't know what else to do, honestly. I've tried some other things, but I wasn't happy with it. Like I took like a am I gay test or whatever from BuzzFeed, and I thought it was gonna be a good video, but like I started editing it and I was like, I'm not laughing at it, so it's not good. So
I've scrapped a bunch of videos because I thought it wasn't
crazy amount of stuff.
Wait.
And I like for me, I don't want to consider myself a frag editor. I just do it because it's literal practice for me. It's just so like I know and I have like a sense of like direction for where I want my next video, which is like one of the reasons why I like to improve on every one of them. And I think you're gonna twerk, aren't you? You actually saw my redeem point. Oh my god. Okay. And are you actually gonna okay, twerk first. You're actually doing it.
That's actually
paid for it.
Yeah. Okay, that was pretty good. So
respect for the Juve jersey.
Like when I'm in the creator job, there's 2 ways to go about it. You either just like take a break. Well, actually, there's 3. You can either take a break or you can keep going, and then it'll end up like kind of making you sloppy. Because I've been making frags for like the past like month or so, and I'm just taking L's. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I pretty much peaked on my November edit. That's the only thing I would like that generally impress anybody. And I guess like I'm in a mad creator job because I just don't know what to formulate anymore. And then I think it's more based around like my creator job is in frag editing, but my creative ideas are actually expanding upon on my actual content creating videos. So your creator job can be like taken upon differently. In frag editing, I'm just shit, but all those skills kind of transfer over to my content side, which is why I'm kind of glad I'm not good at frag editing anymore, because now I can really focus and build upon what I want to do for my next Fortnite video. And I'm really excited to bring that out. Like, I'm copying a lot of bot. No cap. I'm sorry, bot. I'm copying.
Bot copy.
And he's bigger than me too.
Copy people, it's not really mimicking people. It's not really a bad thing because then you can find out new styles and new techniques you can actually drive.
I have something really important to input.
Okay.
So back in like UV 1 year RC, I made this video called Life Portrayed by Fortnite. So that video originally got like 200 views. And then the YouTuber Rifty, with like 1.3 million subscribers, made a video, Your Life Portrayed by Fortnite.
My bad.
And his video got like a bunch of views, but that in turn gave me a bunch of views, which gave me a bunch of subscribers, which gave me a bigger audience. So, yeah.
That's good.
We're flexible.
Honestly, I feel like the best way to attack creative block is to just like approach it from a different angle and just do something that you wouldn't normally do, and also just look at other people's work and try to like formulate new ideas. Just like doing things differently, because I feel like a lot of people fall into like a lane that they just follow.
Yeah, they become a follower rather than a
every now
creator.
and then you're just gonna get stuck in repetition, and it's gonna get boring, and you're gonna run out of ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, as long as you switch it up and like consistently switch it up, I feel like it's a lot easier to stay out of a creative block.
And then you can eventually mesh that into like one confirmed style that you work with at that point of time. Like when you're trying to avoid that creative block, it kind of works actually, because there's so many content creators I see that are going for Northern Pride, and like they're all copying each other's styles, and like that's fine. Like that's completely fine if you copy someone's style. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, I literally like bit off of like
as long as you make it your own, it's fine.
That's what I was telling somebody the other day, because they clearly, because I probably shouldn't say it on stream, but like they do a lot of stuff that like Shake does, and I know like Shake was helping them with it. And when I watched
wait a second.
yeah.
Do we know him?
Yeah, you know.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, but he was like, he does a lot of stuff that you do, and I was watching, I was like, okay, the video's good, it's better than the last one, because his last, like, the video before that, it like pissed me off, because he just didn't try at all. But like he went to Shade, got some help, and video's obviously a lot better. But in the same thing, I literally told him, I was like, it's good, and like enjoy like whatever comes with this video, because it's a good video, but be careful not to like directly mimic like what Shake does or what anybody else that like tells you to do. Like if he tells you like you need to put -95 here on S1 curve, you need to put blah 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 blah, understand why it goes there. Don't just listen to what he says and like
put it on everything.
And put it exactly.
Yeah, like there's no
implement it into your own way of doing it, knowing how to do things.
Learn.
Create your own aesthetic and your own style.
Like when Shake tells me
further than copying somebody like directly.
Exactly.
Like when Shake taught me a lot about like S_Shake itself, I started using it a lot, but I like figured out where and when and how to put it on to the specific clip.
Yeah,
because I think everybody will agree it's like the most overused like thing. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
I use it like on literally everything.
Yeah, and it works for a lot of different things. Like somebody's yelling, obviously it works there. If it transitions, like depending on how you use it, it works there. But like it just all matters on how you use it. And if you're like getting stuff from another person, they're telling you how they use it, that may not necessarily work for you. And if that's all that you know how to do, then it's almost like you didn't learn it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if your F-Shake doesn't give me a headache, I don't want to watch your video.
It doesn't give you motion sickness. Nah.
Yeah, if you don't have an edit that gives you epilepsy, you're doing it all wrong.
Right, yeah. I think it's also more like if I wanted to watch a Shake video, I would just go watch Shake. And
exactly.
Yeah, it's like also the same thing with a bunch of TikTok controversy, how this fucking Alex Warren kid is copying David Dobrik. So like, it's just like, yeah, your videos are entertaining, but they're literally like for example, like David Dobrik, like I wouldn't want to, like I'd go watch him instead if you're just like a fucking Dollar Tree budget version of him. Yeah, exactly.
Like you only watch that.
It's a lot different for graphic design because like everybody still has their own like aesthetic. If they're copying somebody.
You can't replicate it completely. You're gonna have to
like I could just straight up like copy Picasso per se, right? But like I still have my own spin on it. So like it wouldn't just be like I'm watching somebody else's video on your channel.
Right. Yeah, kind of like with the whole content creator thing, like you don't want people to have like the entire like exact same thing because you watch that content creator for what he or she does.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly.
Same with like design. Like if like two people or like a bunch of people have like the same designs over and over, it's like you're not really different than anyone else. You know, kind of like following a guideline almost.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
kind of a lot of like the FN like designers do, like the
Oh.
Fortnite designers.
Okay. I'm about
They
to
do
all
the
look
same
the same.
thumbnails.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this
Oh.
right now. If you only know how to design FN banners, I mean, I'm not in the place to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I don't think. Yeah.
I stopped.
I'm not
I
saying
stopped
quit,
designing FN.
Just quit,
Or-
you know,
or just
quit real quick.
don't consider yourself. Don't consider yourself an overall designer in general.
Or do something
Yeah.
different with it at least.
You know what
It's
I
always the
Honestly-
3D text with the fog and then the lightning with like the little crappy render that they made in Blender.
dude,
Yeah.
that also goes for like the so-called Fortnite content creators that just make montages with like
Oh
Blueberry
my
Fago.
God, bro.
That is the worst thing
worst.
that has happened in this community.
Wait, what happened? Are we talking about-
Blueberry Fago
That
montages.
happen to just like
Just-
any sort of artistic sense ever, to be honest.
Like they don't even like
Wait.
sync
I
anything.
missed out. What were we talking about? Because I had to like open my door for my dog because she was. barking
I
at
said,
something. I got scared.
you know, they're talking about how like the Fortnite Blender, all that
Guys who
stuff.
just like
They all do the same
Because, like,
thing.
all the Fortnite people are like all just like 11-year-olds trying to like
Pretty
get
much.
attention. So they just copy what's popular, and then it's oversaturated, and then everybody doesn't want to see it anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing is
whatever.
also that they
just
were
cut
like,
the video
they're just yeah,
and
they,
nothing else.
they don't
That's
even do
all.
anything to it. Is the thing like
I'm still never gonna forget the fact that some people actually blew off of doing just montages and called themselves creators.
Oh my god, bro! I said that.
I hate that so much.
I said that and got attacked and like
That's just
I'm
an
not, like,
esports
I'm not
player.
It's
gonna-
just, I mean, it's true though. I don't get why
It's
people would
dumb.
attack you for that. Like that's true.
No, it is true.
I
It is
literally
fucking
said-
true.
It is.
I said
Oh, okay. If you blow up as a
entertaining.
maker, that's cool. You blow up as a player, but don't put yourself in like a creator like don't put yourself in like content creator position. Like if you're literally just a montage maker, like
Yeah,
You
literally.
should do that.
and you can't even edit a montage. They're just putting the clips together.
Yeah, it's
literally
content,
kinda
not clips. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like throwing shots at like people who actually work hard in their videos. Like I'm not saying that I did this for anybody, but it's like if you're gonna shit on a content creator, for the way they
When you
make their
only
video,
make that type of content, just don't talk to me.
I'm sorry, you just do montages. And no, I mean it's not like that anymore. You will not win doing algorithm songs. So that's a good thing. And I still see like 12-year-old kids talking about like, dude, how did my video not blow up? I used little Tekka and then I put
Oh my
clips
God,
and they're
don't
so
even.
cool.
I literally
No.
said I said on August 28th, 2019, putting Ransom by Lil Tecca behind your video of you being Bob the Builder for 4 minutes straight doesn't
No applies.
Tweet right there. I love it. I love that tweet.
Fucking facts. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, all the la la la
And then-
Fortnite
And then
montages.
somebody commented and said, yes, it does. I said, no. They said, yes. And then I said, so you recruit Billy Bob Jr. 69 who uploads from building for 8 minutes with popular songs in the background.
Oh my god, that shit's funny.
I just think it's crazy because like it used to be really fucking cool. Like when you watch
really
like
did.
Face Wave, when you watch like Face Wave back in like 2018 and shit like that, yeah, that shit was straight heat. But now it's like people don't understand like this game is kind of like slowly dying, even though like it's still like millions of people play it. But like the activity on it if it's like just montages, no one's gonna fucking watch that unless it's content. If it's content, then people are gonna watch it. But if it's like montages, no one's gonna
The
fucking watch that
casuals
shit.
are gonna
Like-
watch just normal
this is
Fortnite
kind of
content.
Going a bit off topic, but I think people, like as a whole, kind of don't realize that the reason Fortnite went down the drain is because people are just constantly like building a skyscraper in 0.3 seconds.
Exactly.
That's why I stopped
That's
playing.
why.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
kind of
dumb.
why I stopped playing too.
You can shoot someone and then they have a multiplex.
People
built
actually.
The skill gap on Fortnite is so like it's too abysmal for like new players to come in. So
Yeah.
then like you having to grind and like get good in order to have fun. That straight up shits on the game. So for skill based matchmaking, I have an issue with it because it's boring.
For
but that's
sure.
only because I've been playing Fortnite to a point where like I can actually have fun because I'll kill people. But then now if you're like Little Rifty 6975 sub to my YouTube, you know, that kind of thing, and then you come into the game as a novice player, you won't have fun because you're gonna get constantly shit on. But then now there's skill based matchmaking that makes it fun, but it just causes like this little drift in the community because you have
Sure.
to.
Honestly, as like an H1Z1 player, I feel like the battle royale should just be everybody and just like random.
Yeah, I think any game should be like
Back in
that.
the day in H1, like I would have been good, right? And I could have gotten into a lobby with a bunch of good players and some bad players. So like all the good players would just kill each other, and then the bad players would have a chance to win.
That's the importance of RNG and like why skill-based matchmaking shouldn't be a thing, because
it should be
like it should just be random, like
it should be based on internet connection. The best internet connection is the best way to do it.
Like the game H1 is ranked, so you can see who is the best player, so you can see who, like, if the lobby was like bad or not.
Yeah.
So it was just like everybody could, like, if you didn't like a specific lobby, you could just leave if you wanted to.
Yeah, like I personally, I just don't like having to break through 700 piles of wood just to one tap you.
Exactly.
Just fight me. Like I don't want to. I don't want to have a build battle with you for like 20 minutes. Just
looking for hours straight.
Like,
bro, and it's like you'll be standing at the ground, they'll still be fucking building. Like, bro, what are you doing?
It's so boring to watch.
It's
I don't want to watch like 18 players tunnel for 30 minutes.
He places the wall. Oh, he places another wall. He edits his wall. Like, dude,
all it is
like random fight.
Kind of predictable.
All it is there's like 40 people at like an end game, and all you gotta do is get high ground. From what I've seen, and like from what I've seen. You just get high ground and just start spraying the people running under you. Sorry, my food's barking. That's not my you can't. It's not fucking fun to watch. I want to see people like actually get in and like start build battling. Like, I mean, like the building aspect would be cool if they actually apply that to fight each other instead of like camping one little fucking box.
For sure.
Running away and it's like not fun. Like just fight me. Just
I feel
straight.
like they strayed away from what the initial like design concept for Fortnite was, because I remember in 2017 watching advertisements for the game. It was to protect yourself, not using it as like a mechanism to fight.
Yeah, like, and I feel like if you don't build now, because like to this day, I don't build in Fortnite. Like I tell people, like if I'm playing with you, I'm telling you, I'm not placing a single mat. I'm not breaking a single tree. I am standing on the ground and shooting.
No way, are you serious?
I'm so serious. Like I will get shot. Like the most I would do is build a 1x1. Like I'm not building. I don't care. Like if he starts building a an apartment complex, I'm literally just gonna
Tory's over here in a box while he's
I'll literally carry an inventory full of rocket launchers just to shoot your build down.
Yeah, and he thinks I'm chasing him while he's at sky limit when I'm like literally at Moisty now. Like, just get away from me, dude.
Yeah, they were like, "What do you even know that you're fucking gone?"
There's still some clips of people like there's still some clips of the theory out where they'll like walk up to someone and start shooting them, and then like the opposing player will just proceed to 90 up, and they even do high like retakes while being still on. It's not the point where like, yo, this is too extra, bro. Like,
I never get why they do. They just try to face sway.
Hey,
there's so many people that just like try too hard. Like,
I was playing. That you play games just to have fun, and they're like trying to everybody's just trying to make money.
Exactly. That's what makes it toxic.
That's what's killing gaming, honestly. Because everybody wants to be a professional.
Yeah.
And even like fucking 12-year-olds, like they're trying to compete for money. I'm like, dog, you're 12. Go to fucking school.
They can't even compete anyway.
I know.
Like, if anything, I'd rather just see 12-year-olds try to like at least pursue content creating, because that's fun. Like you have a better chance of becoming a content creator if you start earlier than you would if you were like a competitive player in Fortnite. You're gonna get your shit rocked. I'm sorry.
Like, not to mention that competitive games, like, it's so mentally draining.
Yeah.
Because like I was a top tier player at one point, and I just watched my favorite game go down the drain for like 3 years straight.
Welcome to Destiny.
And then now it's down to like 200 players, and like, what am I supposed to do? I sunk all that time into a game that I was literally like a god at to make money in it, but now it's gone. So like, what am I to do? And I feel like little kids don't perceive that as like a thing that can happen.
They think that the game is gonna live on for like ever.
Yeah, they're like they're not mentally prepped for like this kind of stuff. I don't think they understand like the premise of like I don't think kids now like understand the premise of gaming whatsoever. They just see like the features and then they automatically assume like, oh, I'm 11. If I'm as good as fucking Ninja, I can make some hella big one molded. Like, no, I don't think they do that.
Like,
I
you
mean,
can
one,
pursue
it's
outside,
not
like,
that easy.
career.
12
2,
years old.
it takes a while to get
Like-
to the point where they are.
Yeah.
Like, not to mention, just sitting in a chair for 12 hours a day isn't good for your health. Like, you
It
should
just breeds little.
You need to take care of
something
yourself.
that's healthy.
Exactly.
It just breeds terrible people.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah, like, honestly,
At least-
competitive gaming just, like, ruins people's mindsets. Like, it just makes people insanely toxic.
Oh,
and,
facts.
Like, just
Yeah.
insanely unhealthy. And, like, if you
And this
sunk
is why
all
I'm
that
not a
time into
competitive player
content
anymore.
Creation, like, just imagine how far you could have gone.
I mean,
and like
You know?
also
it's just
we're like
crazy.
we're not like totally
Bye.
shitting on fucking like competitive players either. We're just pointing out like the bad side of it. Like yeah, they also have like some good points and
Like
good
the
views
World
of,
Cup
like,
was
the
amazing to
business
watch,
side.
honestly. Like that was
I mean,
entertaining.
I like watching, like, Counter-Strike. Like, it's interesting to watch, like, the top-tier players go off against each other.
Yeah.
But, like, not everyone's meant to be a professional player.
Like,
Right.
if it's not working out for you, then it's not going to be your thing.
Like, like, let's say you've been a competitive player for 2 years, and you haven't made a single dime off of Fortnite, just stop playing the game.
Time to hop
competitively.
off, yeah.
Like, there's no reason why you should be grinding every single day for 12 hours.
And you know what? You're wasting all that time where you could be spending that time wasted in a different game, learning the mechanics, learning like all the
Learning
strats.
mechanics,
Or making
like,
content.
even becoming like an artist
Yeah.
or like a creative, just anything.
Yeah,
doing
like-
something productive with your time. Like you,
And you just like don't enjoy the
like,
game
you could just be
whatsoever.
like an NBA star, but instead you just want to fucking crank 90s all day.
And you currently find that fun.
And you
Like
can do that in game. You can only do it in like creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like to point this out that Bez was filling like a bunch of like wannabe competitive players in Fortnite, making them think that he's a Fortnite executive. I'm just gonna point that out there. That
You should wait. Who?
okay on the
Dude,
Rift
Rift's
video
recent video is actually so fucking funny.
because he was
Oh,
straight
not
up.
to mention, during watching his video, my fucking closet, like the shelf in it, fell out. So, like, I'm just watching his video, and then there's like an earthquake going on the other side of my room, and I like freak out.
It's a good video, but I mean, I did not think that Fortnite kids were that gullible. That's nuts.
Oh.
Well, I mean, they're all
bro, it was
11s.
crazy, bro.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think like when we were like 11.
Oh,
we'd be
like,
falling
I
for
mean,
that
like,
shit.
I'm
I
not
was
calling
just
them
getting deep.
dumb, but like,
Like, imagine
come on.
if you did something creative, like the 12-year-olds in that video.
This
Like,
game was
me-
on
They
Amigo
did
playing
something healthy
Fortnite.
with their time.
Me coming from Fortnite competitive, it was not a good thing.
It's
Like-
terrible.
Left and right, I just see people like ruining their lives playing all day, and
Yeah,
I
like,
know
as a
that it's not bringing
competitive
them
player
anywhere because they've been
myself,
playing for like 2 years.
Like,
Ever since like the game Battle Royale specifically came out,
Yeah.
and I've seen no progress. I'm just like, why are you still trying?
yeah.
And they're still not like as good as like Booga or anyone else, Clicks, whatever. I'm just like, dude, there's no point. I don't see a point. You've been doing this for 2 years.
I
Like,
can't.
I'm not telling them to quit. I'm just telling them to try something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do something productive, do something creative, do something healthy.
Like maybe
It's like
proceed content. Maybe go
pursue
competitive in a
art, you
different
know?
game.
Do anything.
So I guess we shit on Fortnite kids enough. I think they had it in, like pretty much all our parts. I'm just gonna try to bring this back to like one of the original topics. For you know
Yeah,
making
sorry
videos.
for leading us onto that tangent.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good.
How did that happen, actually?
Coming up, Brandon. I feel it though. I completely agree.
We went from
But,
content creation to
um,
Fortnite
content-
kids.
We're concentrating, right? Okay. One of the things that I kind of want to know about is your uploading. Like, I know that doesn't seem like a crazy thing, you know,
Mhm.
but it's like when you're uploading, that means you're finally sharing, which then could eventually lead to you growing a lot more. And this can go for thumbnail designers, like rendering 3D models. Vita, you know, he does that stuff. For editors, editing frag packs, or the next montage that's coming up, or content creators, you know, sharing their stuff to TikTok. Like, what are your process of doing it? And I know it doesn't seem like a lot of it can, like, there's not a big process in going about it, but when I render a video, and going back to like the beginning of like the podcast, like the early stages of it, when I'm uploading a video and I like rewatch like what the freak I made, I'm like, oh yo, there's this part here, this tiny little frame, it's missing a color. I gotta put it in. And then my process is like I'm really scared to show it because I'm so nervous of like my video eventually just doing absolute garbage. Like all that hard work, the month of editing the video goes down the drain. Like the process of uploading, it can be mentally draining, so to say, because you have so much doubt in your mind and you're like, I really want this to do good and I really want my subscribers to enjoy it. And especially with time frame, like you're making them wait a month for like a video and you want that month to kind of like make sense as to why the video was made in that way and what direction you took to do it.
Right.
So that's pretty much it. Like I just find the process of it can be kind of like overlooked. It's a very tough thing to kind of do sometimes, but you know, you kind of you gotta like post it every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I agree honestly. Like when I post something, right, and it doesn't do well, I kind of just like get sad. You know, like I spent all this time on something, right, and like as an artist, it's like it has a meaning behind it.
Yeah.
So, like,
Right.
I mean, like, if you get upset, it's fine, but...
Like, yeah, like, people just don't understand the meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, maybe it's just not good, but it still has, like, a meaning to it.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, for a long time, it was, like, I've been through, like, several stages in like, how I went about it. So, at first, it was kind of, like, because I was like one of those kids in school that was like into the YouTube stuff and really saw like what it brought like socially whenever you're like the YouTube kid or you have like good videos or whatever. So it was kind of for that. And my videos did really well. Like all my vlogs and stuff did really cool. Like people wanted to like hang out, do stuff, blah, 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 blah. And after like I kind of like grew up in a sense and like kind of separated myself from like the whole high school mentality, it was kind of like I need to find a new reason to want to do YouTube because it's not like I didn't just love doing YouTube and making videos and stuff. It just wasn't out of a place of like how pure it needed. Kind of hard to stay consistent with it because in a way it felt like that was my thing and then I was just uploading just to, you know, like, yeah, I do YouTube, blah 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 blah. But I kind of came into it like around a year ago to where I like came because I was like in esports and stuff for a while ago. So, or for a while. And I came back to the community and I started uploading and I started doing other stuff and I went for an RC. I won like an RC and I saw like, okay, well I can, you know, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. And then when I learned like I learned a couple tricks and stuff and it like kind of evolved from there. And then it got to like another like doubtish point to where it was just I upload once every 3 months, but it was just like whatever. And I had this mindset of, you know, like everything has to be perfect or it has to be like this masterpiece or whatever of a video. And then it was just like kind of a downward thing from there. And I feel like what you were saying earlier, like the mental health thing has a lot to do with it. And like the reception of your videos and like the performance of the videos and stuff, like if you look too deep into that stuff, it can like take a toll on you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. And honestly, at the same time, I feel like people forget that when you make something, it's for yourself. It's not for anybody else besides yourself.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people do it as like a coping mechanism because like when I make something, I feel good, right? Like, I enjoy creating things.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yes, I want people to see and, like, approve of what I've done, but it's not for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't understand that, like Brandon said, he was talking about like how you do it for yourself, but a lot of people feel like if you get like demotivated or whatever by like doing YouTube, you don't get like the performance that you like necessarily want. I think a lot of people forget like you guys kind of remember like why you started, and, what made you want to do it. Like for me, I've always
Speaking of,
You're kind of lagging.
yeah.
Like a lot of people got into it because they were bored and they wanted something fun to do.
Right.
Yeah,
So, like,
Actually, though.
once you take the fun out of something, then it's just a dead end
Tedious.
job,
Mhm.
and like
I
it's draining mentally and
Right.
physically.
and to touch on that and like go to like a community standpoint, like if you're in a team, I realized I knew I had an issue and I was doing it for the wrong reasons whenever I uploaded, and my literal first thought after uploading wasn't like I can't wait for everybody to see this. My literal first thought was, okay, cool, so I don't have to upload for 3 more weeks, like I'm not getting dropped anymore.
Oh shit.
That's how I knew
Yeah.
like I wasn't like doing it for the right reasons, and I like stopped for a second, and like immediately after thinking that I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like it was like one of those like moments of clarity, and now I'm at a point to where I'm just like, I'm uploading more for me than anything else. Like I'm uploading to like make the best like video I possibly can with whatever I have.
Yeah.
In every
And that's how it should be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a great feeling when you
People
make like good
overlook
video.
that. People want to be like the next.
Make content
Ninja.
that you
People
enjoy.
want to be the next Tfue, you know? Like
Yeah, and they don't
they
put in
wanna be on
sometimes
top,
that
but
work.
they don't want everything that comes with being on top, right?
Like all you really have to do is just make content that you yourself enjoy, and like if others enjoy it,
and
then
eventually, like people will come to you.
and you'll
Yeah.
get an audience of people that like the content that you make.
exactly.
Because you can't
Yeah.
just like make someone like your content,
Yeah.
Yeah, like it has to be like a natural thing.
and that's what comes with growing like an audience or a fan base. Is like if you enjoy your own content, you'll start getting people that also enjoy that type of content,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you'll just grow
Exactly.
from
Goes
there.
into like pursuing multiple different like categories of content. Like
Because
a lot
one,
of people only do one thing,
Yeah.
but
because
I mean, as long as you're enjoying it, you can do multiple things. Like you can do like a vlog, right?
Right.
You could do like content creation.
Mhm.
Like you can do all of these things and still have fun with it. Like just because something doesn't do as well, it's
As
just
someone
because,
else?
like you haven't like developed the market on your channel for that yet. So like just keep pursuing it if
Yeah.
you enjoy it.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
I think
well,
that
Cuz you want to add one more thing, or like no, because
no, go ahead.
because I want to like intrude.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Damn, I forgot what I was
I'm
gonna say.
intruding
God
now.
damn it,
The goal of each the goal. I'll take your time. The goal of each
Okay.
video for me is obviously to make it for myself, and then like just find like hopefully people find my video and like they can enjoy it with me. Basically, just like find a community that can enjoy what I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Thank you for saying that. Because speaking of like making videos for yourself, I'm not trying to get too like sentimental when I come speaking about this shit. It's just like for YouTube, it was like a way of expression for me at first, at least. I mean, it still is, most definitely. It was more more for like selfish reasons, just to like kind of get my
Ego.
yeah, let's stroke my ego. Yeah, okay, no,
Oh.
no, like I like just kind of get my issues out by showcasing the fun side of like what I can do with gaming, because I have been gaming since I was like 3 years old, and one of the main things that kind of got me to do is because I have Tourette's, and it's not that deep. It really isn't. I used to get bullied fucking for Tourette's because obviously if someone's different and they have like a syndrome or like at least some kind of like form of mental deficiency, they'll get shit on because people are just assholes. So I started doing YouTube because I didn't know what to do and I didn't know how to express myself. So I was like, fuck it, I'm finna make some VO2 videos of me trick shotting, and then like just being my true to myself, like who I really am in my videos. Everything in my videos, the effects, the reason why it's so sporadic with the colors and like the bunch of flashes and shit, it's because that's literally what is kind of popping in my mind at the certain state of me creating the content. So that content and the editing and everything that's in it, it's presented in the video, literally every motion, every shake, and so when I upload that video, I'm like, this is gonna sound kind of corny. It takes a while, with me taking a good amount of time to make the video. It's like I don't want that to fail, because every new effect I learn is because I'm just trying to like implement something new about what I learned and what can also correlate to my personality. Because I don't know, it's just more like I want to accept myself by putting myself out there. Like I want to like keep growing as an individual by putting what I'm really uncomfortable to show sometimes, even if it can be somewhat subtle. out there because obviously it's still me, and doing it for the boys and doing this to grow pride, doing it for North because I love both teams. Like being in both teams, I got to meet Tory, I got to meet Spence. Like me and Rift, we're finally in a good team because F Aussie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
We're not getting into Aussie.
We're gonna rant. We're gonna rant. I'm doing this. I'm doing this solely for the people that have been supporting me. That have been supporting me, showing like generosity towards me, especially with me being kind of like a hardhead sometimes because I can be kind of toxic sometimes because I do get mad. But overall,
big hardhead.
I have a hardhead right now, but just in general. I want to do the best I can for like the boys. So I guess
let me see.
Because like uploading, supporting it just means the world to me. So
exactly.
Like, when you're able to show like love back to those who like supported you along the way,
Yeah.
it's like amazing. And like when you see the growth you're getting and they're still there for you, like for your ups and downs, because obviously there's gonna be ups and downs when you have your like growth in the community.
Right.
And like knowing that there's people that are still there for you, like
chat, you guys are good.
shakes it
I
up.
think a lot of people need to realize that like just support your homies, honestly. Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like those
just
who
support the people.
yeah.
Because like who else am I gonna go to, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
If
not
you
like
just
I'm gonna
act
go talk to
selfish,
some
like
random person, right?
no one's gonna help you if you just
Exactly.
like act selfish towards yourself. Like
Yeah.
you gotta show love to those who actually like helped you and been through the same pain you have.
Yeah, otherwise it's just
Support the people who support you.
Exactly.
Like
I know
mean,
that
it's
we
not
all
like-
went through like the pain of growth and like the motivation and all that stuff. And like just like all being friends and like helping each other is like gives at least a little bit of like
Life
jump to like motivation as well in life. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not like I'm expecting my friends to support what I do, but like
You'd want them at least
I don't
to.
want them to like
do
purposely go out of their way to
ruin it.
demotivate me from what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like I want them to at least be encouraging, even if they don't support what I do like directly.
I love the background away from you, man. I'm just saying. I know you don't like it, but that shit kind of hot, man. I'm about to put that on my wall.
Just be able to like respect what they do.
Yeah.
It's just
For me,
otherwise
Yeah.
it's like
Like as
I
long as like honestly that kind of correlates with everything. Like people have parents that just don't support what they do. And I don't think they realize how mentally draining on a human being that is.
It
Because,
sucks.
like,
For real.
That, like, having no
people who
parent
raised
support.
you,
Yeah.
like dismiss what you do and like what brings you enjoyment is honestly like the worst feeling.
Exactly.
It really is. Suck.
Yeah.
Like personally, my mom she like half supports me. My dad,
Same.
I don't know.
My
Probably
mom-
not, but
One parent who can support me.
And that's like why you should support your homies, because like
Uh-huh.
sometimes you don't know who supports them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like maybe like their
Maybe
parents
you're the
don't
only
support
person
them.
there to
Right.
support them through like a specific time in their life.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
They'll
like-
thank you for that when they like see a growth in themselves.
Oh hell yeah!
You never know.
I love seeing what you guys end up doing. Like when I see a new riff video and I see that he's like adding new things like to his simplicity, but then there's also like different aspects that he adds because of like the opinions and that like he asks for everybody. It's so nice to see it. Like even just seeing a riff video like you know like your videos are like they always improve constantly, and you keep the editing in such like a minimal amount, but it's awesome seeing the direction that you go to. Same for Krozah. Like obviously your videos are just getting up there. All the people in North are constantly like grinding. Spence and Tory just they always make great content. They do it for the they do it for the boys and like because they love doing it. It's just nice to be supportive of like your friends. 'Cause, I mean, you're not gonna like lose anything by doing so. And
Right.
Yeah.
people's egos are just so massive to the point where like they lose like the human touch, like they lose like some of the conditions to like what makes you like an actually decent human being. They just act toxic because they can. And it's fucking stupid.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
a lot of people want to see you fail, but honestly, as like I like seeing my homies like blow the fuck up, you know?
Like
Oh,
if
yeah.
one goes up,
Cool.
support him and continue supporting him.
Yeah.
Yo, like no cap. Lately, I've been feeling
Like, when
like,
I s-
every
I don't-
time.
If you have 1 follower or you have like 1,000,000 followers, right? Like you're still
Mhm.
my homie. That's just
Yeah,
how
like
it is.
when I saw Stratus like blowing up off the Omega stuff, like we made a video. I think it was it was almost a year ago today, or it's been a little bit more than a year ago today, and we were like around the same size. And then I joined North, and then he like stayed supported me throughout like everything. And he like whenever he took his break, I was still talking to him and everything. And he came back and like started doing his own thing and started doing his vlog stuff and started blowing up on his like second channel. And we were just still in contact, like still supporting each other. And for like we were in this like, I don't, y'all probably heard of it, like we were in this thing called Orbit. And like whenever we like were first in it, like it was literally like me, him, Swinjay, and that was basically it. So but after Stratus like kind of left, it was me and Swinjay, and Swinjay wasn't doing content as much, so like I felt like I was shit. But like and like it was kind of like a lone wolf type thing. And then Stratus came back, and like we just kept like supporting each other and stuff. And then like just seeing him like coming from that break and like being so demotivated and like coming back and doing what he's done so far is like the best feeling in the world. Because like I saw where he was and like what he was doing, and it's like, and how I was like on my own in the shit, and now he's like passing me. Like it's I don't get jealous when people like pass me up, like quote unquote, in numbers and stuff. Like I love that shit. Like I like just seeing him just blow past me makes me so happy and shit.
For real.
And going back to like what I previously said is like, if you blow up, don't
get an
ditch the
ego.
day one homies.
Yeah.
Like, don't get an ego. Like,
Yeah.
You can have an ego, but don't stop supporting the people
Exactly.
Who helps you
Exactly.
support
You be very prideful.
and how
I
successful
I
you are.
personally know that if I make it out there and my name is big, I know who I'm going to thank. Cause like people in here, I know I started talking to Rift like just recently, just recently, Dopz, like all of you guys, Syhnical, Tory, and Shake himself, like the beast.
I'm not gay.
I started talking to you guys literally just like a month ago.
Yeah.
And like the bond I created with you guys is like something.
Dude, the thing is, Krozah, I always we play Valorant, bro. I'm always bullying the fuck out of you and Bear. That shit's so funny, dude.
No, that's what
Holy,
makes content.
that's so good, bro.
That's how it
This
was
is
with me and like
honestly,
the
like
big
when you
boys.
blow up,
Yeah,
I
definitely. I
feel
think
like
that's
you
how.
subconsciously get an ego when you blow up.
Oh yeah, you're very. prideful.
Honestly, you're gonna get an ego. You're gonna get it. It's impossible. Not
Yeah,
to.
The thing
you're
is-
gonna get an ego.
I've-
Like everybody gets an ego.
Anything,
I haven't
any
even
kind of
blown up.
You know, like,
really
put
fast growth.
yourself in check.
Yeah.
It's okay to have an ego, but like you're not better than anybody else.
Any really
Yeah.
fast
I haven't
growth.
blown up, but I can acknowledge that I like have somewhat of an ego just from how I was like this time last year. Because this time last year I wasn't doing shit. Like I hadn't even like the north wasn't even a thought. I was probably still in like Orbit, being a fucking trash can. Like,
Yeah.
like it. I can
To a
acknowledge.
degree,
Yeah.
it's okay to have an ego, because like I
I
wouldn't
haven't-
expect like Ninja to play with some random like 12-year-old Fortnite kid.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an ego
Just
at
because,
some
like,
points.
well, I mean,
I think that's
it
just-
kind of is an ego, but it's like a socially accepted ego.
I don't. I feel
For
like
me, I have an
But, like-
ego, quote unquote, because I'm like proud of what I've done so far and like how
Yeah.
like how
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, same with me. It's like
I think I don't really consider an ego all that much. I mean, like from an ego, I take that more as like a negative like standpoint. Like for me, I'm very proud that like I'm a lead of Pride and like I'm a director of North. Like I take like confidence in that because I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be in North, and you know, but then it's like the way you take that pride. That's where the ego can come in, because everybody can be very prideful. They can be happy with their with
I'm
an
very
ego.
proud.
If I shit on my homies like after like they're helping me, then that's definitely where the ego comes in. But pride is more like
Yeah.
confidence. Very
I think
positive
my
attitude.
ego.
I feel like as people get bigger, they need to still be like more open with their like friendship circle.
mm,
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like when
that's
you get
definitely
to
what
the
I'm
top,
gonna do.
who are you gonna like? Who's gonna be there? Like once you lose all of the, like your close friends, you have nobody. So you're just lonely at the top, and that's what a lot of the people like do blow up suffer from. Because
Yeah, like, putting
they
yourself on an
close
island.
off their friendships
Right.
Because like they got an ego.
Exactly.
Yeah, putting yourself on an island isn't gonna do you any good at all.
Yeah, like
I wanted to say
obviously you don't want to like make friends with everybody because you still have to regulate who comes in and out of your life. Because if you don't, you're gonna get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you still have to let people in and out of your life. Like some people aren't meant to be in your life, but like at the same time, don't pass up everybody who wants to be in your life.
Right.
Just because of like a few.
Honestly, if I get a bad vibe off of somebody immediately, I don't talk to them at all. Like I try to stay away as like as soon as I get a bad vibe, I get away.
Nobody wants to be around you.
Yeah, because like there's this, I'm not gonna say his name, but this dude he dropped a fire ass song and he oh my god, like the clout got to his head and like me and Ripper we're like fuck it, he just has clout, like he seems like a cool guy, but then the more we start to get used to him and get to know him, the ego, you know who it is, Vita, even Vita knows who it is, but like bro,
I do.
There's so many people that have like affected our perception of others. Not saying like everybody's bad. It's just like the first impression. That's what's really affected by that.
First
Because
impressions are a real thing. Yeah, that's
like now first impressions mean everything to me. If you say something stupid, like say like shut up, Shake, you have Tourette's, like, and I don't know you, or like shut up, Shake, you're like 4'3", and I don't know you. Then I'm like, okay, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You are.
Honestly, I feel like as a person, I need to work on myself because I feel like I give off a negative vibe.
I do too.
Okay,
I feel
I
like
feel like that's just my personality as a human being.
The
because
first
of, like,
impression.
life events.
The first impression, Brandon, like I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't dislike you. I just wasn't like comfortable. But that's just how I am with everybody. But it's probably because like it was like really early in the morning, and then you were just like just like trolling. I guess
I'm subconsciously an asshole to keep it real with you.
Oh,
But I got used to it. So then, like the first impression, it luckily it didn't affect the way like I see it now because I honestly like I love your designs, man. They're so freaking hot. But like you know what I'm saying, like just in general, that's just how it was.
I feel like if I like someone, I'm even more of an asshole.
Oh, Shake can vouch for me.
That's me right there.
Like even the other
close
day,
to me, I will literally like become a dick. That's what I do
just
with
make fun of Shake 24/7.
I still love him.
Bully in this friend group.
like I love secrecy. I love secrecy, but I bully him.
Oh, just like the fight you guys had this morning.
Yeah, no,
That
I
shit
little
was
brother. I little
A
brother.
little bit of the CBT lore. I was the one who tweeted "fuck Dopz" on the CBT account.
For sure.
I know who it is, bro. Like whoever tweets it, it's like so obvious who fucking tweets it. Like,
If it's horny or saying eating ass, it's me. If it's Riff talking about
it's
one
obvious.
girl, shut up. If it's that one girl in Prime,
Oh my god, this dude.
it's Riff, bro. It's for sure Riff.
What?
Big time rush. It's Riff. It's literally him the whole time. We just know.
If it's Dopz, it's probably me.
You really could tell who it is just by the way we talk and shit.
I mean, especially if you know us well, then it's just like you guys. Yeah, you already know who's tweeting
And
on
that
that.
kind of like shows how close of friends we really are.
That shit's funny,
It's like-
bro.
From the outside in, I feel like it'd be difficult to tell who is who. But from like the inside out, it's like obvious who it is.
Yeah, that's the same with the Big Boys account. Like if it's something, well, before we took his access, but if it was something stupid, it was secrecy. And if it's like something like more tame or like meaningful, it's like me or Mike. Like you could just tell who it is. Like if it's someone getting cooked, it's either Mike or secrecy. And if it's just like an announcement thing, it's like me. You know what I mean? Like you can just, like within a friend group, you could tell. Actually, I'm pretty sure from the outside, you could tell the stupid stuff is secrecy.
I feel like
Oh, I gotta know secrecy. I fucking.
Secrecy. All my homies hate secrecy.
we all just post random stupid things on there sometimes. Just like
Look at the tweet.
What one? Like what? Did you just put out one?
I didn't put out someone in this chat though. It's for sure someone in this chat. It wasn't me.
One tweet in the last hour. All right. Oh my god.
Bro, that's Riff, bro. Oh my god.
what?
Wow. Could not.
Hey
be
oh.
Wait, shut up.
Can we y'all take a second to appreciate how cute Vita is?
Bro, honestly,
Vita, you're pretty cute, bro.
He's like a 6-pack. He wears like Velo, like, and then he has like AJ1s. Oh my, bro, he cheat on my girlfriend, bro.
What? Where are you? Well, this is some false information.
Bro, I swear.
So just like talk about people who like have egos but don't do anything.
Oh my god.
Because what do you like
I'm
by
about to
that?
go off on the Fortnite community again.
Someone just tried egoing me.
Oh, somebody tried.
All the Fortnite trick shotting. I'm gonna keep it real. Most brain dead shit I've ever seen.
Okay, look, I'm editing the team Taj. I'm so scared, bro. I hate editing 14 Tajas, bro. They're so boring. I'm sorry.
Dude,
Billy,
I hate Fortnite trick shotting.
I mean, that can be boring.
Like,
I'm
Some
this is the
aren't,
point of
when it's
Fortnite
actually,
trick
like-
shotting. Like, at least
There's-
in Call of Duty, it looks good. But, like, in Fortnite, it's just like, wow,
Same
it's
shit.
spun in a
so much
circle.
technical skill in Fortnite when it comes to at least in BO2, you need to know how to infinite fade,
I'm
how
gonna
to
go
time that. You know, okay, for sure. You need to know how to time your money. Like, there's so many things with you have to do with your hand. Like, you have to have dexterity. But then on Fortnite, you just gotta jump on one platform. Bam, you got your trick shot done. That's it. That's literally all you
just
do.
like swing your pickaxe a few times, spin in a circle.
Yeah, that's whatever. It's cool.
Hey, I swing my
Come on,
knife
I
around.
can do
a few
that in
times.
Minecraft.
Shut up. We blocked you from the. What? Sorry. Who said that?
What?
I love you.
What?
I'm
No, you
pretty
don't.
sure I'm banned from the Minecraft server from all this shit.
Oh
I've
my
never
God,
been. Yeah, I was about to say I would not know the Minecraft server.
My dog is dead because of you.
Oh,
Oh, you did kill your
Sounds-
dog.
What?
Did you even finish the dual house?
No, I fixed.
I haven't been there in a while.
Okay, we're getting off topic here.
I haven't been in there in a while.
That's
Kind of
all it is,
fucked up.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, but
okay.
yeah, this is I don't know. I fucking hate trick shotting and fucking Fortnite because that's just straight all RNG, bro. Like I could fucking do that shit, go in right now, spin around 360 and fucking hit someone.
Yeah.
And if it
I
does,
just
oh,
pick up
next
bounce
game.
pad and that's it. All right, Riff. Should I bring up the hidden topic at hand?
The
When did
hidden
it start,
topic.
Riff? Did you guys?
What about you, Shake? What about you? When did it start? When did y'all first
You
kiss?
made that up, bro. But this is legit. I
This is
see.
not
I see you
legit.
subtweeting all the time about how she's so pretty and when she's.
What?
Mm.
Okay. Let's go to my Twitter. Let's go to my Twitter.
Is Shake
You can
really?
look at
Was that really one of
everything.
the topics? No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Wait.
but honestly though, like, inspiration.
Oh, bet. Let's go.
That's like the next topic, and I was gonna try to like transition into it smoothly, but I'm brain dead.
okay. Well,
like,
once
We
again,
all are Brandon.
Well
Like,
then,
honestly, I feel like inspiration is overlooked because like a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people don't show who they're inspired by. Like a lot of people don't like
I'm just inspired by
give
friends.
out
I just fucking passed.
what, like where they came from.
if I'm gonna be
Because,
honest,
like when music, like it's kind of hard to tell like who certain people like got inspired by.
yeah.
Right.
And like same thing
Yeah.
with art. Like I mean, it's kind of to a degree, I suppose, but at the same time, like I feel like you should give credit where credit is due.
Right.
So like if you have like a similar sound that you developed or like a similar like look or idea
Oh.
developed from a
Ooh.
bunch of different people, you should like at least at one point in your like career credit them because they deserve
Right, Shake.
that attention just as much as you do.
Thank you for
But I
the.
did not buy his packs. I didn't buy his packs. I'm just letting it be known.
No, but I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
what
Like when I started YouTube,
Like,
I didn't
I
even
didn't-
watch YouTube before that. So like I don't even. Like I seriously don't even know what really inspired me. Like I used to watch like the Phase guys back in like the New York house like a lot, and I still
Yo,
watch
rest in
them
peace to
every
New
now
York
and
House,
then.
by the way.
But like
Yeah, but
like I don't
finding
think
your
they really
inspirations
inspired me
isn't
like crazy.
cool. Like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are under that impression, like
Mhm.
not being inspired by anybody is
Yeah.
it's not cool. Like it's just you're just being a dick. Like
Yeah.
nobody's not inspired by anything. Like a lot of people are subconsciously inspired by a lot of things.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just can't find
Personally,
what I
a
was
lot of
inspired
my
by.
artwork, it's inspired like honestly, Sesso is one of my biggest inspirations.
Mhm.
I'm sure Vita knows who that is.
Who?
Oh,
He's
that's
the
right.
reason I
Beast.
got into graphic design.
Who'd you say?
Sesso. He's a 100 Thieves designer.
He's a beast.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Did you
any
design
Let
the
me
100
see.
Thieves merch?
A lot of like underground rap music is
Let me
where
see.
I get a lot of my inspiration because I like darker themes.
Oh, abstracts, yeah, right? Like that kind of stuff.
And then Jesperish. I don't know if anybody knows who that is.
Oh,
I do. Yeah.
he's a beast.
Yeah, I love his fucking work. He's an actual nutcase.
He is.
And
His art is amazing.
I forgot who it is. Oh, Impact. Impact and Still. Those are like my last two like big inspirations.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Still or Style, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, actually, I want to hear what Rift. So you were talking because that's
Like,
what I was confused about. Like, you didn't have an inspiration because
Like,
I know
I
for a fact you
literally-
didn't watch YouTube before.
Yeah, when I started YouTube, like I never watched YouTube before. Like I mean, like I saw videos like when I was like a kid, like Charlie the Unicorn and stuff. But like my brother just showed me those every now and then, and that's what I would see. Like,
Yeah.
but like now,
I feel like
wait, hold up, let me talk.
I feel like I've garnered like inspiration from like
let me talk.
music,
I'm joking.
you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, go ahead, Riff.
yeah, but basically, like, I don't know if, like, video games inspired me in a way, I guess. I don't know. Like, I just kind of started doing gaming content. That's just what I did. I just made, like, I kind of started doing, like, meme edits, but, like, I couldn't really do much because I was on a PS4. I only had a PS4, so I did, like, PS4 Share Factory editing, which was
Share Factory.
absolutely terrible.
Factory.
But like, there's some videos to this day that are actually so funny. Like they're so good that I edited on Share Factory that like I'm low key kind of proud of because like I did that on Share Factory. It was it was a really difficult way to edit, honestly. But I mean like. Yeah, I never saw anything that inspired me.
By every little thing that happens in their life.
Oh yeah, that I guess that's a good way to
I
put
got
it.
inspired from my boredom.
Yeah,
And then my
get that.
friends.
I mean, honestly, same. I feel like all of us are here because at one point we were just, bored.
Yeah, I
That's
was
actually a good
super
way to
bored.
put
I was
it.
just in my living room.
I don't know where the fuck mine. Okay, for inspiration as far as that goes, I don't know if you guys remember KR Speedy. That dude was so okay. That's where like it kind of came from. That's where it inspired me to start it. But what really inspired me was like when I saw like Fearless edit, like when this like
that was amazing.
That's where like my style started to come from. And then Skies, I started getting like frag editing because of him. I did not buy his packs. I'm letting that be known. Right. So and that ended up happening. And then I started getting better because like I started like manipulating the effects more and more. And then I mixed that with my Skies. I mean with my Fearless like style of editing. So that's where a lot of the things derive from. So what kind of inspired me was the fact that like I seen so many good editors to the point where like, you know what, I don't want to be left out of this game. I kind of want to be someone who can keep up. So then I just kind of got into it, and personally now I feel like not to show like I'm very prideful of this. It's like I feel like I can create a style that everybody would look at and be like, whoa, this is like Fearless. I want to copy this shit now. Like I want to try to do what he did. That's literally what I want to do. I want people to like not copy me for it, so to say, but be inspired by like what I'm able to do just with Sony Vegas.
I mean, the inevitable is that people are gonna try to copy you and stuff. But like,
I mean, like Shake is basically teaching me what he knows, but what I'm trying to do with what like I'm learning from him is like implementing it to the style that I already know.
This is good.
Just like kind of merge it together, sort of in a way. Like effects, like I'll use some of them. I'll change it up a bit and try to make it so like it's not a complete like duplicate of Shake's content.
Right. But Dopz, actually, I've always been wanting to know, Dopz, what did Caleb inspire you? No, fuck no. I was Caleb was so fucking bad.
I was gonna get into this, but yeah. So I like I've always wanted to like back when I was younger, like I was always considered like the class clown, and I always made people laugh. So I wanted to transfer that over to like more of like an internet base. That's why I watched like back in 2016 when Rice Gum was actually like really popping, but not like content like him. But yeah, but I never took YouTube seriously. I've always just wanted to just like blow up, but like never like do anything. Like I would never put in the work for it. But yeah, that's something I would always want. But yeah, I never really started taking YouTube seriously until the Inverse RC came out, the first one, and then that was when I first started Twitter. And then I have no idea how I found out about it, but yeah, over time, and then I never made both of the fucking Inverse RCs, and then I joined Delusion.
Oh god.
It's
Fuck
okay, we're just inverse now.
Fuck that. Yeah, the fucking ground, 6 feet under. So, no hate though, no hate. But yeah, so but basically, yeah, I ended up like having a creative drought. Like I like didn't do anything. Fortnite was becoming fucking stale as shit. Chapter 2 Fortnite came out, and like that shit was just so fucking boring. That was
Yeah, I feel like
unbelievably boring.
everybody kind of like they do something for fun once, and then they take like a year break, and then they come back to it, and they're like, yeah, I want to do this again, and then they just pursue it seriously for whatever reason.
That's actually kind of like what I
That's
just
kind of
did.
what happened to all of us. Like right now in this call,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, Rift.
I literally took like a 5-month break because I just didn't want to do it anymore. It was like really stressful at school. So-
I saw the video of you.
Dude, the reason
Oh, no, not that shake.
Literally, like the dumbest thing ever. I was like, damn, dude, I want a Twitter header.
I quit like 8 times last year or something. Not last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, but yeah, after I like left Delusion, like they like fucking dropped me because I wasn't uploading, which I don't fucking blame them for. But I think it was like when I joined Pride, I think my motivation started to pick up again after I met Car and Ash and then Charves. But later down the line, like when eventually like Car told me about Shake, and then I think fucking Bonk came in later too, and then Shake wouldn't shut up about Rift joining the team, so that was something else. But like honestly, bro, I think it's more just like if you want to like really do well on like YouTube and just you have to surround yourself with like
Productive
Like-minded
fitness.
people
Yeah.
who support you and drive you to do what you
That's
want to do.
yeah,
That's what I really
literally.
like about
I've been in
Pride
a ton
is
of
that
teams before Pride, but Pride is the only team.
It's
that's
so
actually, like,
nice.
Facts.
serious.
yeah,
That's
like
for real.
everybody in the
Real.
team is
It's
productive.
hard to find a team that's actually willing to pay you to do something for the team.
Yeah.
You know?
That's facts.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
but yeah. So basically, eventually, when I ended up like started talking more to Shake and Rift, I like started becoming like, I don't know, I guess more productive. I think like 2 months ago, like Shake started talking to me about like, oh, I think I like was willing to like share my video, and then like Shake was like, oh yeah, you could do this and then add that. I started like, oh yeah, wow, like someone actually like fucking cares, like. Yeah, I would say care, but like more just like wants you to improve. You know what I mean? Like I think like surrounding yourself with those types of people, it's just like it's a good feeling, and yeah, and then it just makes me want to upload more. Like recently, I've like wanted to upload more and like wanted to consistently improve every single video,
Same.
and yeah, literally just stuff like that wants you to like do shit and like not let your like someone's advice like not do anything rather than just like you not like take it and just not do anything with it. I
Exactly.
think that's like really important that like you do something and like surround yourself with like really
I feel
fun.
like you have to go on a solo grind to get good enough to find
Yeah.
people
Oh
who
yeah.
want to support you. Because like
That's exactly what I had to do.
Pride's definitely not gonna pick you up if you don't put any effort into anything, right?
Oh yeah. Ash is really strict on the content shit now. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
knocking down kids and
And I
like
don't blame
Oh yeah,
him,
for
because,
sure.
like,
it's really
Pride is going places. Like
It's
it's
not
only
the
been like
content.
half a year, and like 2,000 followers in 6 months for a team is definitely like insane.
Hmm.
yeah. The content roster like
Everybody's being
Uh,
productive.
from both sides.
And like
Yeah.
Let Shake go.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just because like seeing from both sides, like I know we're kind of still on the topic, but like I'm just gonna like I'm bragging about Pride right here. Like Pride is just as good as North when it comes to content creating. There's so many, dude.
I
Vale,
think they are too.
yeah, Tory is great. Like Spence is great. Fucking Colby is great.
I think it's dead
Dots.
even. Personally, I think it's dead even.
Yeah,
Like,
we love Dots, but he doesn't post. So like you know what I'm saying?
whenever like if it's in top, like if both teams are in top form, like at their absolute best, I mean, like I'm biased, so I can't really answer it, but
Yeah,
like if not even, very very close, like two best undisputed.
Yeah.
real stuff though.
Yeah.
You know, Pride needs more designers.
Oh, We actually might. Yeah, I'll try to find some people like that are homies that can, because I think no
Dude, the
wants.
fact that
I've been-
North got
I've been looking.
Style. Wait, is it North or is it Synergy? I don't remember.
I think it's synergy.
For what?
Style.
Style. Yeah, it is.
Styles and
no,
Synergy.
He is,
and
no, he's in North.
He's in both.
You guys in here?
Yeah, he's my like, he's one of my biggest inspirations.
He's North and
One of the main reasons that I'm gonna end up grinding for North, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like, working alongside people who inspire me is one of my biggest like motivations.
Is another
Like,
inspirement.
That's something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like, I want to make them proud because they were the ones who got me into it in the first place.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just want more content creation teams to pop up. Like I'm tired of it being
Just
such
two same teams.
Yeah, I'm like
all I
it's
see right now
Honestly,
is
I
like
feel
North and
the
Literally
teams,
just Pride.
teams in general are just kind of like washed. Like everybody's just not good.
it's
I think
North
teams are
and Pride
focusing on the wrong
everybody
thing,
else-
though.
I low-key miss the old days where like all these teams were popping
I
left
started.
and right.
Like you have all of these like no-name teams with
Yeah.
like 100 followers that have been around since like 2013.
The
There's too
thing
many
is
format
that
teams.
I've noticed that
Join
there's
them for whatever reason.
certain people in this community that keep on like leading teams, and
And
they just
leading
keep on just letting them fail. They do the same thing over and over. I don't know why they do that. They don't
This
notice.
may be very controversial for me to say, but like I don't understand why some people in this community are leads. Like I
Oh, big
Exactly.
fucking
they
facts.
don't fucking know what to do. They don't know like how to develop people. They like what is the point?
Yeah,
of being
yeah, exactly, bro. I
So
swear.
as a lead, I feel like you need to inspire the people under you. For,
Yeah.
like, for your specific
that's-
field. Like I
that's-
definitely look up to Achieve as a lead,
Mm-hmm.
but you also have to have like a driving force. You also just have to have like the mentality of being a lead. You
Yeah,
also just have to be like, I feel like if somebody is better than you and like if you're a lead, you should pass the baton to them because they obviously know what they're doing
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
in
Fine.
concentration, I
People
feel
aren't
like
willing to give up their status as a lead for the
yeah,
improvement overall as a team.
yeah.
I feel like in content, it's more like abstract as to who's like better than who. Like obviously, it's clear that like fucking Shake is
Like,
better
when it's
than
a clear
Billy Bob.
margin, you know.
Yeah. Like if
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
undisputed, then sure. But there's just reason for like some people to be leads, and they like don't make they either don't make content or they don't know like what the fuck
They're
they're
doing.
talking.
So yeah,
Like,
like
At
you
the same
can't-
time,
if you-
like as a lead, you shouldn't hold yourself on as like a pedestal.
Yeah,
no, hell yeah, no
You
facts.
should be friends with the people that you're leading. You shouldn't.
that's why
That's
I
why I
love
love-
Bayo and Side.
yeah.
You know.
Ash,
Yeah, that's fact.
Exact that
Ash and
those
Bayo
guys
are
wanted
like,
exactly what like
I love
Ash
them.
told me, because when I was first leading S7, I ran to
You're not
Ash
better
about
than
it.
anyone, you know?
I talked to Ash about it, and the things he told me was like, become friends with the members you recruit, or like it's like the
Yeah.
team.
Because
Like, I hate
That's
that.
what makes a
I-
good bond
makes
between
team
you
healthier,
guys.
It'll
Yeah,
make the team last longer, and it'll make the people want to be there on your team and
That's
work
caps
with
off.
you.
around longer.
yeah.
Like, okay,
Ash beats me, so
but from like a lead, because speaking from a lead role, I've actually like it's weird because I kind of like associate it with people who aren't actually under me, but are like I'm still kind of like a lead in like a
Like,
sense.
it's not like you're forced
You're
to be
literally a
friends with
lead,
them,
Shake.
but,
You're
like,
you're like your lead.
Okay, I'm well in a way I'm like kind of
be
like
there for them, and like don't let them hold you to a degree of like power.
yeah like
Yeah.
I just like I don't know because as a lead it's like I love communicating with Velo and Vale. I've been kind of like I've even been working with people who aren't even in Pride. It's just like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're a behind the scenes lead.
yeah
Like,
for,
people don't
for a
know.
position of like a lead editor.
Mhm.
I really do find the fact that being lead isn't always about like being better than the people you recruited. I recruit people because like I either see like overall like potency in them,
Or
Mhm.
potential.
potency potential.
Well, like I feel like as a lead, you still have to be like better than the people that you're leading.
Oh yeah, I mean have like a better
potential.
yeah have a better
It's not
step.
about being better, but it's about being better. Like,
Anyway,
you
yeah,
don't
I
want to like make yourself. You don't want to like have an ego just because you're better. You want to
Oh, yeah.
the people that
All
are
the
below
time.
you
all the time.
on your level one day.
that's the thing. Like, but in my editing roster, like, there's nothing. I love them to a fault. Like, they're all really good. It's just like it's kind of hard to like sometimes be friends with the people you're leading, because some of them, it's the same with everything. Like, you're not friend. Like, you will try to be friends with them, but they're not.
Some of them just act like you're
Some of them
boss.
want to like. They want to be better. They want to be better than the lead so they can take over. Sometimes I'm not saying that's how it is on my roster or anything.
Huh?
I mean, that's not like a bad mentality, but
It's not a bad mentality, but there's like, it's like a mentality that you really like should watch out for, because as a lead, I'm cool with you wanting to be better than that's fine. Like, if anything, I will pass on like the baton to someone else if they are.
Than you for the fact to get your position is not good. That's just not.
Yeah, like
you should always strive to be better, and if you being better than me is a motivator to get better, then obviously pursue that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a rivalry kind of thing. It's not, as long as you're not doing it like in a really mean way, a bad way, then like, you know, as long as you're doing it for like yourself and others at the same time, then I mean, you're chilling.
Like, and back to like the motivation thing that we were talking about earlier, like whenever I was going for the North RC, like at that point, like whenever I first, or not even going for the North RC, but like decided that I was gonna go for North, it was a matter of like, yeah, I want to go for the team, but if I get in this team, I don't want to be like the person that everybody looks to as like the weak link of the team. Like, I want to be able to hang like creatively and like from an editing standpoint.
Exactly.
Like, you don't like nobody. Yeah.
Team members are still homies, you know.
Yeah, but it's like
it's like a job, like.
Yeah, and then like you don't want to be looked at as like the person who's like the least talented in a group. You want to be able to hang and say like you may be you may not be the best, but like you're better in some aspects, and that's like one of the main things I was going.
Like, everybody in the team should have their strengths.
I mean, even if that were the possibility that you weren't like the best in the team, like it's always good that you have them to help you improve as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And back to the leads thing, I feel like a lot of leads have no ambition whatsoever, and they
yeah, a lot of leads and they don't, like, once they're at like their position, they just like stop their grind.
And it's annoying.
Constantly have a drive to improve, just like as a normal human being, than like as a mentality.
Yeah, and as
selfish as a human race, we should always just strive to be the best that we can be.
Yeah, no, and as selfish as it may seem, it genuinely like pisses me off to see like some people in positions like of quote unquote power, and they're just not doing anything with it. Because like I came from like,
if you're a lead, you should definitely be making plays and like
even on outside
people or like dropping people as needed.
Yeah.
Instead of just like staying stagnant.
Yeah, and
like, obviously I wouldn't want to drop anybody either. But, like, if they're not being productive and they're not helping, like
it'll just slow everyone else's progress.
They obviously don't want to be there.
Right, and when I came from like esports and stuff, like the big thing was like obviously you want to win. Like, you're not forming a team to just form a team. You're not putting money into these people just so they can get like top 26. Like, you want them to win.
Exactly.
And I have the same mentality with like
team, like they're still your friends.
Yeah.
But like,
of course.
Can't, like, obviously you're just not doing your part, so you don't.
It's honestly for the greater good. Like, if you're not helping, and like if it's not a mutually beneficial relationship, then there's no reason to like continue.
Exactly.
Like, if
like,
you're not doing your part, then you should just not be here in the first place. And you're holding us back as a group.
Yeah. Honestly, and I hate like stagnation in content creation, because that's I'm not like quote unquote scared of anything when it comes to content. Like, my video could bomb and I'd still be like relatively okay, but if I make a video and I put it out and then I go back and look and then there's like no difference from my last video, like I'm gonna be pissed. Like, I'm like, that's gonna tear me up more than a video bombing. Like, because I don't want to.
Being content with what you're doing is a bad mentality.
Oh yeah, like, cause
you
even
always definitely like be unsatisfied
in
a healthy way,
right?
So you can do better next time.
Yeah, and like I know that, like, I feel like everybody that does like comedy-ish stuff like knows they're funny to an extent, but like you, like the mindset I have is like, I'm not like that funny. Like if I make myself laugh, then I know it's good because like I don't think I'm funny. Like if I'm watching my video and I laugh, then I'm like, okay, I can keep this in. Or
Yeah.
but if I can watch my video and sit there with the most dead look on my face, I'm like, yo, this shit is trash.
That's exactly how I felt about a video the other day.
That's cringe, and then holy
I
shit.
feel like that. I feel that way about art, right?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the time, it's like I think something's not good, even though like a normal person would look at it and they'll be like, "Yeah, dude, that's great."
Yeah, and it's like no matter
At the same time, you still have to have people that say like tell you that your stuff is trash, even if it's not. Like
I would love to
give me a motivation to like improve.
Yeah,
and like
and
it may not be great, but it's definitely not good.
right. And if I wasn't self motivated, like know that something is trash, because I feel like I can like step back and look at it from like an outside perspective and just like, does this fit or does this
taking
like
a break mid, like when you're doing something is definitely a good idea.
Yeah,
if you're
like
for
creating
sure.
something, just come back in like an hour with like a new mindset.
Yeah.
I scrapped
do
the
that a
video
lot.
the other day, and it was gonna be this big video that I had never done before, and I didn't know how to go about it whenever I was recording. And like my style is like, I kind of just like go in and just do whatever. But this structured and
like
organized.
Shelving something until later.
Yeah, like I literally have this video still in its file, like cut up, no effects on it, because I keep going back and like I try to look at it from every angle. I'm like, okay, so can this go first and it makes sense, or like can like it just needs to like have that like moment to where it all clicks together, and it like if like this like a video in particular that I'm like sort of working on, it just hasn't done that for me, and I feel like people need to understand that
But on,
that's
like, the flip side, like when things just kind of like work, you know, like
yeah.
we've all had that moment where you just like you open up like Vegas or you open up Photoshop and it like it just works, like everything's just
Right.
Yeah, you have an idea. You can just see it.
like honestly, as a creative, I don't ever really have an idea. I just kind of do stuff.
I don't either.
And if I like
I don't
the
either.
outcome,
Same.
Like,
Same.
like I just
I-
kinda, like
I cut up my
created
video.
Photoshop and hopefully I like the come out.
I cut up my video, and as I'm cutting it up, I'm like, oh, I can maybe do a zoom here, but then I like keep going because like if I have an idea later that's better than that, then I can go back and do that. But like once you're doing it, and especially in Photoshop, because I used to like design a little bit here and there, and obviously like you obviously have to design your thumbnail to some extent, like because at one point it's literally just like a white canvas and you get to do whatever you want to it, but you know, like if you have a video in a way, it's like easier to
Not
Photoshop.
having an idea, but like having an overall mood that you want to portray with something is probably the best combination as like, as an artist.
Exactly.
Because like I don't really know what I want to do, but I know what I want it like people to feel when they look at it.
Right. Yeah, and it sounds like I feel like there's a difference in people that are good at stuff, and there's a people that are quote unquote bad at it because they don't understand like the subtleties and like how much actually goes into all this. Because we can like talk about it like this, and it
like,
may sound like
are like the hardest thing to get right. Is like
because if you make a bad thumbnail,
somebody like looks in the sidebar of YouTube, like you need something to make your thumbnail stand out the most.
Yeah, and like sure, it's okay to like take a one off, but like it still has to make you want to click on the video. Like it doesn't have to be.
Pay your designers.
Oh god.
Don't ask for
Hey,
Or it's
Vita,
like that
thank
one
you for the free
like,
thumbnail.
The most
Like, I'll pay you.
disrespectful thing you can do.
It's like I'll pay you an exposure.
Oh
Like,
my
dude, I
god,
hate
bro.
That is
Like,
annoying.
if I do free work, that means like you're a homie. Like I ain't.
Yeah, like if I do free work, like you're the boy. I wouldn't have offered you this. Like
Yeah.
You should be proud and happy about it.
Thank you, Vita. Shout out to Vita for the free thumbnail.
Yo, Vita, can I get a logo for free? Thanks.
I didn't even do my own logo.
Dude, I need to get a logo for this.
Dude, you're literally shout out at Rensward. He's insane. Like he did
Oh,
this.
Renz made you your
cyber-
logo?
What?
I didn't know he made
honestly,
logos.
when
What?
it
Yeah,
comes
well,
to
I didn't
logos,
really
my
do a
brain
logo.
just shuts off.
Wait. Logos are like the hardest part for me, cause like you don't want to look like everyone else is, and then you have to go through like the styling phase. Like I usually kind of sketch mine out digitally, and then you have to do the line work, and I'm like, it's kind
I
of
hate when
tedious.
people ask me for a logo. I don't know
Yeah,
how to make a logo.
I'm also
I like
like
Dopz's
Andrew
logo
just
up
can't
there.
be asked to learn how to use Illustrator.
Dopz, who's that
Honestly,
in your
yo,
picture?
all I do is just use Photoshop, and if they want like a vector thing, I just give them like the vector form because you can do that in like Photoshop. I don't even have Illustrator.
Bro, dude, Illustrator's actually kind of fun to use. I mean, I'm not a designer or anything, but like, low-key, like, I mean, expanding your palette from an editor and a content creator, and then like being able to do something with like motion designing or
Yeah,
thumbnail.
I've been doing that recently.
You know what?
Trash.
I'm saying this right now. For any content creator who ever sees this, if we ever, like plop off, the boys in this Discord, whatever, y'all need to use Photoshop and learn like different programs. Literally, you learn.
Dude, I literally.
Expand your palette now. It's gonna be vital to you. You're gonna grow and you're gonna get better.
I'm trying to learn
like,
Unreal
you
Engine.
didn't have to pay me for a thumbnail, right?
That's literally the whole reason like why I got into design, because like I wanted to be a content creator. My broke ass.
I want to see it.
Yeah, but like back then, I was like, dude,
on the real
all
note,
these
Dopz,
thumbnails
don't learn
like
how to use Photoshop, please.
I'm this man's source of income, bro.
Vita, get in content creating. Like dead ass. Like now you brought that up, Vita, you have to get in content creating now. ASAP.
I know. I don't know what to make content on.
Just do it. Just literally try everything.
This is the birth of Vita's channel.
Just use every program. It's the most beneficial thing you could do.
And it can be fun.
Do master classes on them.
Self-reliant. Like you don't need anybody. Like,
And that's yeah.
You can like create. You can record a video. You can create a video.
Yeah.
You can do the effects. You can make the thumbnail. Like.
You don't really have to like rely on something.
Rely on other people. Exactly.
Models. Like you can literally
Stop reading my
make your
mind.
own models for a video. If you need to.
Yeah, so we're at 141 or 146 right now. An hour and 46 minutes. You know?
So do you want to cut it off at like 55 or 50? Like we can like end it.
We'll do it at like 2. Let's just do it straight up at 2 hours.
I think now.
All right.
Probably
So
a good time to wrap it up.
I want to bring up a topic. Who eats ass here?
I mean, like on the daily.
I literally ate Shake's ass.
What the fuck?
He
Yo,
ate mine yesterday too.
Bro,
what the hell, bro? You're like 10. What?
Shake told me where he lives, and I just straight up went to his house and just fucking.
What? Bro, you live in PAX
Yo.
East. Bro, PAX East, by the way, PAX East. I'm going to PAX East next year.
I'm going to PAX.
If you actually,
I will literally fly over to PAX East. I don't care. I'm just gonna
meet up at PAX East.
CBT meeting.
if you actually go, I'll go again.
You know what you guys should do?
Go to TwitchCon 21 instead.
Oh wait, actually, Tory, do you live in the West Coast?
Twitch.
I'm Central. I live in Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to TwitchCon maybe next year.
Hey.
We're going to PAX.
Right, so do you
live right
you
next
and
to TwitchCon.
Stratus know each other IRL?
We're like the big boys and like the people that hang out with us that aren't quote unquote big boys are all going.
What?
Wait, Tory.
I really-
I feel like as a whole, just like stay true to yourself
Mhm.
and like
Yeah, for real, that's
be
just
there for the people who are there for you
Back.
and don't have an ego.
facts.
Like,
Never have ego. If you have ego,
Shake egoed me like 8 times before I talked to
What
him.
the hell are you saying, bro?
he egoes me too. Don't worry.
I will eagle you right now.
Look at that. You guys,
Shake egos us all the time.
I do it all the time.
I'm just lazy. I just don't message back, bro. It's just 'cause watching.
Bro,
Whoa.
I'm watching IQ right now, bro. It's great.
IQ's
Real
5.
question though, can we overthrow Shake from his own brand? Can we just like take over CBT? Just,
Yeah,
like,
let's
come
take.
up-
Yeah, I
I was
agree.
going in on it.
Let's vote kick him.
Bonk it over.
Wait, what happened?
Slash
kick?
vote kick space Shake.
Is it working?
I'm putting.
You guys gotta press
Yo.
F1.
Yo, Tory, I got a question.
Yeah.
So do you know Stratus IRL then?
I don't know him IRL, but we're like close-ish, like in distance.
Boys.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat him whenever we meet.
Yeah.
Sort of hot, but
Yeah, that's honestly what I'm gonna do to Shake. I'm just gonna freaking like Use him as a
Drop
punching
kick
bag real quick. Yeah,
Wait,
drop kick
wait,
him.
Shake,
Bro,
how
I'm
tall-
like 3 Rift. I want you to try to do
how
that
tall are
shit.
you?
I'm 4'3".
Shake's
You're
gonna like
4'3"?
pick me up.
I'm 4'3", yeah.
For the next
Oh, yeah,
podcast,
great,
we're all
perfect.
here. We're all here, so like for the next podcast, do you guys just want to do it next Saturday?
I think Saturdays are the
Whoever
best
here
day,
is
just
here.
for
Saturday.
on
Same
average.
time, it's fine if you're not here.
Yeah.
We'll have like an actual like running motion because I saw some people like, where the fuck's the motion? Like, why don't you make it, dick? Like, yeah.
I know a guy. I know
Why
a
don't
guy. I'll link because we're getting our stuff done by him.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm,
let you know how ours turns out.
yeah.
How much does he
I mean,
pay?
you could
Okay,
just,
wait, hold up.
15
couldn't
pounds.
you just hit up Plex? I mean, Plex is a motion designer, is he not? No, wait, no. Plex
Oh, he's
is-
an editor. He's a good content editor.
It's Stormy.
Stormy. Yeah.
Okay, I need to tell him though, because we should have like eggplants in the back with the CBT logo, like just going upward.
Oh my
We need to get
god.
motions and stuff.
Okay, come on, vouch for that. Anybody disagrees with that? Okay, eggplants in the background, which is floating around like a bunch
And,
of
and CBT logo.
CBT
And
logo.
Yeah, we need like a bonk every like 10 minutes. Bonk. Bonk.
There's a 10-minute bonk.
Oh my god, dude! I did not think that CBT was gonna at least get like some kind of support. Like, off
It's
the
so
bat.
dumb. We did this at a.
We literally have 30
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Snow. Shout out to Mito, even though Mito doesn't like Shake's edits.
He does. He doesn't like my Valorant edits.
but-
Keep that in mind. He liked my Valorant edits.
Shout out
You
to
like
Mito for following me on Twitter and subscribing to my YouTube channel on your trash account.
Shout out
Thank you.
all the Bonk boys.
Shout out
But yeah,
Shout out to for Bill Cosby for being one of the worst men in the world,
shout out to
according
Bonk
to
being my only regular client
law.
who gives me money.
Shout out to my mom and my dad. Without them, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, because
So on and so forth.
Shout out to both of my dads.
Shout out to Shake because he taught me everything I know.
Fuck you. Oh,
Fact.
Okay.
You see a relationship. I say something good about him, and then he's like, "Oh no, fuck
How
you."
big of a pain in the ass this is gonna be to edit.
Have fun.
There's
Good
like
luck.
some
I'm not following,
stuff
I'm
that
not
we're
doing-
gonna have to censor and cut out.
You know
Alright,
that-
well, not really.
No, as long as it follows Twitch's guidelines, and it's fine with YouTube.
At least we didn't have like anybody saying the N word constantly in this one. Okay, thank you.
Alright, who's gonna say
Want me to do
first?
it? I'll say it.
That's bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do-
I guess
does-
that's gonna be the end of the podcast. If you guys don't already follow CBT on Twitter.
Let me
CBT
link
on
it to them.
Yeah, thank you, Krozah and Tory, for being the guest for the first
It was
podcast.
actually really nice.
Big
I
thanks.
never talked to Tory. Like, it was awesome getting to know the dude.
Yeah, that's awesome,
Very,
man.
very
Appreciate
cute
you, Tory.
guy. No homo. Krozah.
Krozah's also not sexy too, but yeah.
Does everybody? Do we want to like? What do we want to? How are we wanting to end this?
Okay, someone fart. Someone fart. Actually,
I'll have a thought ready.
Wait. Who has 5,000?
We gotta work it out.
Who has 5,000 Monopoly monies on my channel?
I got it.
Someone make him
Oh, okay. Here we go,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah. Let's go.
Look at the-
Pull it up on my phone,
So you just Shake just in Riff's Twitch chat, he just said, "Dance, you bitch."
Holy shit. Riff, how is the back of your leg hairier than the front? I don't.
It's not. Yo, you see what's happening now? I'm being bullied.
Fuck you. No, okay. Shout out to Riff's girlfriend that doesn't want
What? This dude's
Shout
making
out
up
to her.
something. Shout out to Shake's girlfriend.
This wouldn't happen. Shout out to Tory and Krozah again for being guest
Yeah,
stars.
you guys as always.
Krozah, you're getting a wet welly tonight. We're gonna watch a movie together. Wink, wink.
Aw,
We're
yay.
basically forcing everybody to do this.
Yes.
Yes,
Shout-
that,
Hold that gun.
Shake
for me.
literally has a gun to my head. In
Yeah,
game.
I mean, I was pretty much the only person who actually like wanted to commit to this.
No, that's actually. I was eating Chinese food like prior. Shit was
Dude, I
working.
just had Chinese food
Dude,
today.
I literally was eating Chinese food like.
I
during
was
the
literally just
podcast.
eating Chinese food.
Okay.
Oh my god. Alright, guys,
I was
you
gonna
guys
say
can-
something, but I can't say it.
All right, everyone say.
Bonk on 3.
No,
1, 2, 3.
Bonk.
Bonk!
Bonk.
Okay. No. I got something better. Let's just chant CBT. CBT, CBT, CBT.
Subscribe to bot.
Subscribe to bot. Subscribe to bot.
Cock and ball torture. That's what I need. It's really what I need right now.